Not only are they valuable ingredients for the pharmaceutical and cosmetics industries, ginger and aloe vera are also known for their advanced farming, harvesting, and processing methods. This opens up new opportunities for sustainable economic growth. Ginger is a tropical plant that can grow year-round in warm environments. In cooler climates, ginger should be grown in pots that can be brought indoors during the colder months. The ginger plant takes 8 to 10 months to mature. The global ginger market size is valued at around $4.5 billion. The majority of ginger production worldwide is produced using traditional farming methods. Ginger production typically begins around June. Ginger needs soil with a high humidity content because this soil contains the right nutrients. Ginger is rooted and fertilized about 3 times throughout the growing season. This ensures the ginger roots are covered and increases the yield. Planting takes place in late August to ensure the tree has grown enough to withstand extreme temperatures, heavy rain, and summer insect infestations. Ginger has high nutritional needs, so farmers need to continuously provide nutrients through drip irrigation systems. Farmers do not use chemicals to control ginger quality. They often take care of and remove all weeds by hand. Ginger is ready to harvest from May. These are young ginger roots and the quality is good enough for the local market. It is not fibrous like old ginger and does not need to be peeled when used. The current average yield is 50 tonnes per square hectare, but they are aiming for around 65 tonnes per hectare. Harvesting is done by hand, and every effort is made to pull the ginger out of the soil without breaking it. In Japan, the ginger harvesting process begins with the use of machines equipped with sharp blades to cut off the top of the ginger plant. After removing the tops, farmers grasp the stems and gently pull them out of the ground. At the same time, they shake vigorously a few times to let the soil fall off. After soil removal, the next step is to cut off the remaining roots and stems. This is done manually using sharp tools, ensuring the ginger is kept clean and ready for processing or sale. The clean ginger is then placed in containers for transport to the packaging facility. The use of machines to cut the tops off, as well as the manual shaking and cutting process, ensures that the ginger is harvested in a way that maximizes both quality and yield. On average, with a combination of mechanical and manual labor, a group of farmers can harvest several tons of ginger per day. This method allows Japanese farmers to meet domestic and international demand for high-quality ginger, maintaining a competitive advantage in the market. Farmers do this as carefully as possible. They need to get to the largest ginger roots possible because they cost more. Small ginger is sold as a second-class product. Since part of the harvested ginger root is replanted for the next crop, farmers need to choose the best variety for this purpose. Farmers must choose seedlings that are free of pathogens. Among all the regions globally, India is the country that holds the dominant position in the ginger market. In 2023, ginger production in India was reported to be 1,788,000 tonnes, making it the largest ginger producer in the world. Following them, there is China, Nigeria, and Nepal. More than 98% of Nepalese ginger is shipped to its southern neighbour. Ginger is mainly used by the Ayurvedic pharmaceutical industry, especially in India. After arriving at the factory, the ginger is sorted, cleaned of dirt, and then continued up the production line to the next processing stage. It is also used to make jams, candies, and a number of other products. Advances in processing techniques such as freeze-drying, dehydration, and extraction methods have extended the shelf life of ginger and enabled the production of value-added ginger products that are continuing to amplify the market leader. India, the world's largest producer of aloe vera, plays a key role in meeting the needs of the cosmeceutical industry. In the sun-drenched fields of Rajasthan and Gujarat, aloe vera plants thrive in the warm, arid climate. Indian farmers, understanding the special needs of aloe vera, prepared the soil by tilling it and adding organic fertilizer to increase fertility. Aloe vera is grown in loamy soil with excellent drainage. This is important to prevent waterlogging that can damage the forest roots. In regions like Rajasthan, where water is a precious resource, farmers use drip irrigation systems that deliver water directly to plant roots, ensuring the plants receive just the right amount of moisture. We are now exploring over 2,500 acres of aloe vera fields in Gujarat. With a perfect balance of soil, ideal temperatures, and moderate rainfall, farmers grow more than 30 million plants and harvest more than 1 million pounds of aloe vera each week. Once the seedlings are in the ground, it takes them about 8 months to mature. About 750 people harvest these fields. They were sent out in groups, harvesting each portion. It will take them about a week to harvest this area. The harvesting process begins early in the morning. Cool temperatures help maintain the freshness of the leaves. Farmers prepare by gathering essential tools such as knives, gloves, and baskets in order to collect cut leaves. Only the outermost mature leaves were selected because they contain the highest concentration of gel. Using a sharp knife, the farmer makes a cut at the base of each leaf, making sure not to break the core of the tree so that it can continue to grow. Once enough aloe vera leaves are collected, they are transported to a central location in the field and loaded onto trucks. The leaves are handled carefully in order to prevent bruising, which can lead to damaged gel. After being transported to the factory, the leaves go through a series of meticulous processing steps to extract and preserve the gel inside. The leaves are soaked in chlorinated salt water to kill any small field creatures that may be hanging around. Then, workers use knives to remove sharp thorns along the edges of the leaves. The next step involves filleting the outer green skin and carefully peeling it off to reveal the clear, mucilaginous gel inside. It is used in aloe vera juice or in skincare products. Workers need a very sharp knife. Filleting requires high precision. Workers must work quickly and make sure to remove the aloe vera peel. Many aloe vera companies use filleting machines, which can fillet 3,500 leaves per day. The remaining leaf pieces will be used as compost. Next, the fillets will be transferred to a machine that grinds them into pure aloe vera gel. To ensure the gel is free of impurities, it is passed through a filtration process before purification. Next is pasteurization to kill any bacteria and extend shelf life. To minimize variations and ensure quality, aloe vera leaves are processed and packaged for transport to the production facility within hours of harvest. Have you ever wondered what happens beyond the fruit orchards? The journey from the field to modern processing factories is a combination of skillful techniques and the hands of experienced farmers. Now, let's take a look at how farmers harvest and process millions of tons of pineapples, mangoes, bananas, and watermelons. First, the pineapple fields. Around 85% of the world's pineapples come from Asia, with China, Indonesia, and the Philippines being the top producers. Among them, the Philippines leads the world with a production of around 2.7 million tons of pineapples. The country's total pineapple growing area is estimated at over 40,000 hectares. Farmers protect pineapples from pests and remove weeds to prevent the growth of harmful species. When the flowers bloom in December, the ripe fruit is harvested after around 6 to 8 months. Pineapple harvesting is no simple task. It requires precision and experience from farmers to ensure each pineapple reaches its peak perfection before reaching consumers. At harvest time, farmers usually begin work early in the morning to avoid the midday heat, ensuring the pineapples remain fresh. Pineapples are hand-picked and transferred onto trucks via a moving belt system. On the trucks, they are carefully arranged into crates for transportation to fresh fruit packing facilities. The first sprout development begins once the crop is harvested. In good sunny conditions, it takes 18 to 32 months for a pineapple to fully mature. Extended periods of cold and freezing temperatures slow down the ripening process and result in fruit with higher acidity. In fact, pineapples can be severely damaged at 28 degrees. The fruit is harvested when around 1/3 of its color turns yellow for canning, and when it's still green for fresh fruit. Harvesting before full ripeness increases post-harvest storage time. Millions of pineapples are picked by hand. Before the harvest, workers need to thoroughly prepare with protective gear and gloves, since the sharp serrated leaves can cause injuries. As the trucks move slowly along the pineapple rows, farmers follow and continue to pick, placing the freshly harvested pineapples onto the truck's conveyor belt. This process saves time and effort, minimizing the need to manually transport large quantities of pineapples out of the fields. After arriving at the processing facility, pineapples go through a cooling process to reduce the field heat. Pineapples destined for juice production need to be fresh, juicy, with minimal fiber, and have a slightly sour and sweet taste. Workers must discard any rotten or unripe fruit. According to the standards of large factories, pineapples with 80% ripeness are considered ideal. They are fed into machines that peel and extract the pineapple. The pineapple pulp is discarded through the exit chute, while the raw juice is transferred to the next process. At the heat exchanger, the temperature of the sterilized pineapple juice is lowered to around 50 degrees Celsius. Finally, the raw fruit juice is packaged and ready to be sent to the market. Aside from pineapples, mangoes are another tropical fruit with high consumption levels in Asian countries. Mango trees have a long lifespan, providing farmers with a sustainable source of income for many years. Once established, well-maintained mango orchards can continue to produce high-quality fruit for several years. Mango trees begin to bear fruit after their 6th year. The average yield of a mango orchard can range from 3 to 9 tons per square acre, with around 400 to 600 fruits per tree. Farmers only harvest mangoes that meet the size and color requirements of the target market. This must be done carefully to avoid bruising the product. Mangoes are climacteric fruits, meaning they continue to ripen after being harvested. They are usually picked while still green and firm, allowing them to reach distant markets. However, the fruit must be developed enough to ripen and reach optimal quality. Therefore, determining the right harvest time is crucial for the marketability of mangoes. The best time to harvest mangoes is early in the morning or late in the evening, when the temperatures are cooler and the fruit is less prone to damage. Farmers use a pole with a net attached so it can avoid letting the fruit fall and get bruised. They leave the stems on the fruit, which helps with longer preservation. The height of mango trees can range from 30 to 40 feet, making harvesting difficult. Farmers use ladders or equipment to help pick the fruit from the top of the trees. After picking, farmers turn the mangoes upside down to drain the sap. After around 30 minutes to an hour, the dripping stops. Removing the sap helps prevent damage to the fruit's skin and allows it to fetch a higher price. Mangoes are a rich source of vitamins, antioxidants, and fiber. They are one of the most popular tropical fruits. Every year, over 60 million tons of mangoes are produced worldwide, either as a fresh fruit or processed into various products. Dried mango is a popular and nutritious snack enjoyed by people around the world. Have you ever wondered how these delicious snacks are made in a factory? The production process for dried mango begins with carefully selecting mangoes at perfect ripeness to ensure the best flavor and sweetness. Once selected, the mangoes are thoroughly washed to remove dirt and impurities. Workers then begin peeling the mangoes, a crucial step to ensure consistency in texture and appearance in the final product. The mangoes are then cut into uniform slices. The thickness of the slices can vary depending on the final product. The mango slices are placed in specialized dryers. These machines remove moisture from the mangoes while preserving their flavor and nutritional value. The drying process can take anywhere from several hours to a few days. Factory workers continuously monitor factors like temperature, humidity, and the condition of the mango slices to make sure they meet the desired standards. Once they are removed from the dryer, the slices are left to cool. Cooling prevents moisture from re-entering, ensuring a longer shelf life for the dried mangoes. Finally, the dried mango slices are carefully packed into sealed boxes or bags to retain their freshness and flavor. In 2024, India is the world's largest banana producer, contributing around 30.5 million tons a year. Following India is China, with an output of around 12 million tons. Other major producers include the Philippines and Indonesia. These countries benefit from favorable tropical climates that support large-scale banana cultivation. Farmers typically rely on experience, observing the time when the plant starts to form bunches until the banana bunch reaches ripeness, usually between 75 and 80 days, depending on the banana variety and weather conditions. Before harvest, farmers begin inspecting the entire plantation. They only select bananas that are fully developed, have a rounded shape, and meet the standard size. Manual banana harvesting is a task that requires coordination and experience. When the bananas reach their perfect ripeness, farmers harvest each bunch one by one. One person gently supports the banana bunch by hand, ensuring it doesn't get damaged. The other uses a sharp knife to cut the branch. Skill and precision are crucial, as improper cutting can damage the banana bunch or affect the other banana plants in the field. After the banana bunch is separated from the plant, it is transported out of the field using a specialized cable system. This system consists of long cables running along rows of banana plants. This allows large banana bunches to be removed from the harvest area to the collection point with minimal manual labor. The banana bunches are hooked onto the cable system with special holders that slide along. This reduces time and effort in transportation. The cable system not only protects the bananas from bruising, but also optimizes the harvesting process, especially on large farms. Once at the collection point, workers carefully cut the banana bunches into smaller clusters and immerse them in clean water. The bananas are pre-cooled within 10 to 12 days of harvesting. This slows the ripening process and reduces post-harvest losses, improving their marketability. One disadvantage of bananas is their high rate of spoilage and the difficulty of storing them for long periods. Therefore, people often choose to process bananas by frying them in order to preserve their flavor for longer. Frying oil removes some of the water from the bananas, gelatinizes the starch, destroys enzymes, and creates a crispy product with a distinct aroma and flavor. Skilled workers peel the bananas by hand, and the slicing machine then cuts them into thin, even slices, about 3 to 5 millimeters thick. During frying, workers continuously stir the bananas to ensure they become evenly crispy on all sides at a temperature of around 180 degrees Celsius. After 2 to 3 minutes, the bananas turn crispy and golden. Once the fried bananas cool down, the conveyor belt moves the slices to the seasoning machine, followed by the packaging line. This facility can process up to 15 tons of bananas a day. The production of fried bananas is growing rapidly as people seek healthier snack options. The market size is estimated to be $2.66 billion in 2023. Lastly, let's visit the watermelon fields. Most watermelon varieties reach full ripeness and are ready to harvest after 3 months. The harvest season usually begins on the East Coast and progresses westward across the United States. Due to differences in pollination timing, not all watermelons ripen at once. As a result, farmers often need to harvest the same field multiple times. One group of workers goes ahead cutting the watermelons from the vines, then flipping them over to indicate they are ready. At this point, another group of workers follows, picking up the cut watermelons. They work together to form a chain, transporting the watermelons and loading them onto the trucks for packaging. The cutters must be extremely careful to not scratch or damage the fruit. To avoid scratches on the rind and rotting, watermelon harvesting only takes place during dry weather. After harvest, farmers place watermelons upside down to prevent sunburn. Once harvested, watermelons are stored at a cool temperature of 10 to 15 degrees Celsius. This maintains freshness for longer. At lower temperatures, the melons may suffer from a chilling injury. Watermelons are often sold both in domestic and international markets. Large, well-shaped melons with smooth rinds are prioritized for export. The US, China, and Japan are the main destinations for exported watermelons. Farmers and distributors use various marketing strategies to attract consumers, including promoting organic and seedless watermelons. In many countries, promotional campaigns also focus on the watermelon harvest season as a refreshing summer product, boosting consumer demand.